We're just gonna record the intro right now.
Oh, that's true.
All right, guys, welcome to the Loose Change Podcast. I'm here with both my co-hosts, Mr.
D Jets suck.
That's it.
That's it.
That's how you,
That's it.
and my boy.
Ron, aka Happy to be back.
And it's, of course, your boy Kev, aka Brucey P, aka your favorite. Well, not yours, but your auntie's favorite entree.
Hey,
We're back with some more topics again. Another week. Thankful to be here again with my boy here and this bozo.
hey, you hit the bad show. They called me a bozo. Wow. I'm hurt.
He always hurt. He's always hurt. What was most hurtful is when, his baseball dreams
Were shattered.
were shattered with the hurt shoulder.
And then the back. Yeah, guys, I was trying to be a baseball player.
You can't be a porn star now.
I hate you.
Anyways,
I'm
we're
sorry.
happy to be back.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna be back again consistently. I had to take a little family
Outing, vacation.
vacation. Not really. It was more like a necessary family trip to go see somebody. So we're back in good spirits, and we have a really good show for you guys this week. Thank you guys for tuning in again, and we'll be back in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what, guys?
I froze.
Football season is canceled.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Well, okay, for high
All
school.
y'all football guys.
Yeah. You were highly upset right
For
now.
I'd be upset.
Yeah.
For St. Louis high school football team, their season's canceled.
What did they do?
So there was a running back. Not gonna put his name out there.
It's already out there though.
Yeah, you're right. But I ain't gonna put it out there.
I feel you.
He was suspended in last season's championship game. So because he was suspended for whatever he did, he's supposed to be suspended for the first game of the next season.
All right.
Only the first game?
Yeah, only just the first game.
So assuming it wasn't nothing crazy that he did, if he was just
I don't know what he did, but he just said he was suspended.
for one game.
So for one game.
Gotcha.
So the next season comes, they have this random running back who started, obviously. Everything's all good. The guy runs for over 100 yards. They win the game.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Everything's all cool. So then the kid comes back. Mind you, they doubled down on it. It's like, oh, he deserved to start, da-da-da-da. And the kid also chimes in. He's like, oh, it made me hungry, made me want to grind even more to play the next game. So they really feeding into the stuff.
Wow. Something to BS.
Now it comes out to the point where they're like 7-0. People look back at that first tape because, this kid has this one game wonders. It gets all this buzz.
Oh, wow.
People start looking into the video and it's like, yo,
Isn't this?
his tattoos match the suspended kid.
Wow.
So hold on. So they played.
Other people, scouts always looking at different football
No,
teams.
but they played the suspended guy as a made up kid, and then for one game, and then took the made up kid away, and then just let him go back to playing as himself.
So this is how it goes.
Okay.
When they get caught,
Mm-hmm.
they realize, yo, tattoos match this kid. At this point, what they gonna say? Coach made up a kid's name. Made up the name Marvin Burks, a freshman.
Oh, wow.
The original kid, his jersey was 4. Marvin Burks' jersey number was 24.
Wow. Yeah, let's take it to, let's add 20 more to it. They would never guess this.
What's up with that? What else? Yeah. He earned the starting time and time for him to put his skills to the test. So on top of all that, they tried to completely change everything.
So they try to fabricate a new player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, the coach says a mistake was made. It's kind of my wrongdoing for not knowing of the rules, and he shouldn't have not sat out for that week. But the coach then doubles down and says, "Oh, about the whole jerseys thing? That's the thing our kids do on a regular basis, They try to change jersey numbers and sometimes don't let us know." My thing is, there's no way you don't know what this kid looks like and put him in.
Hold up. So they're trying to put the blame
on the kid.
Yeah, he tried to double down and put the
player?
blame on the kid. He's like,
Wow.
oh yeah, this happens on the regular. You know,
Yo.
kids will be kids.
You know what's crazy about this? It was one game. Like, you could have just let him sit out one game, son. But that's not the first time that's happened. There was the high school I went to when I was briefly going to high school in Long Island. I found out years later that after I had left, the coach of the basketball team, the old coach of the basketball team that was there when I was there, they got in trouble because they let one of the kids play even though they were suspended.
Wow.
But I'm like, because it was a championship game. I was like,
No.
that's dumb. That's when most of the eyes are going to be on the team.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah, so what were the consequences to these violations?
Here's the thing, though. Let that first game pass. They're 7-0.
Yeah.
Because they got caught and they tried to double down and lie on it. Him and his whole coaching staff got fired.
Oh, wow.
The whole season is canceled.
Wow.
And they were 7-0.
So if they were 7
They
and
did it to themselves, though.
so if they were 7-0, it's easy to assume that they were like
They were
leading.
going to be. Well, I mean, they were in a championship game last year, so more than likely they'd be going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
at
but
some
they were
point.
in whatever division they were leading if they were 7-0.
I think, in all honesty, or they could have been tied. But I feel like it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, one player, like one game, like.
What if
I
he
think
was
the
that
coach
damn
was
good?
more. I think the coach was just way more important, focused on the no losses. That his ego took over, because me as a coach, okay, it's one freaking game. Even if then you're telling the rest of your team they suck, like you need him to win a game.
Yeah.
Football isn't a one player game. Like,
And
one
is a
player
running back.
it's not basketball, right? I'm not even saying
one
one
running
player
back
can win. It's like one player cannot win a whole game. First of all, you need blockers.
Quarterbacks,
You need-
wide
you
receivers.
need one quarterback. Every team just needs one quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
You said quarterbacks.
Oh,
Just like this, man.
Shut up.
yo.
So,
This empty
nah,
cup
For
at you.
me, I'm wondering we're probably all in agreement, but I put like 2% blame on the kid. I give like 1%.
No, I put
only
no
because
blame.
he shouldn't have doubled down with him. But
No, I put no.
no. Here's the thing though. The only reason why I say 1%, he could have been a nice young man and said, "No, I'm not going to do it, coach." But the caveat to that,
Eager.
a lot of people don't know, with high schoolers, when scholarships come knocking, they don't talk to the kid. They talk to the coach. So the coach literally has your life in his hands.
That's
So
why
he was.
should get
So
no
he has his
blame.
back against the wall.
He should get no blame at all.
He's a victim.
Granted, but he could have just said, "Yo, I'm gonna sit this one out."
Nah.
If
And
you're
get in
that
trouble?
good, but if you're that good,
It's
that
not
you've
even
been in
about being
championship
that
games,
good.
though.
If that's the sport you love to play, come on, son.
All right.
But here's the thing:
We've played on a team where dudes was like pretty much injured and was like, "Yo, I'm ready to go back in, coach."
yeah, but
That's your health,
they couldn't sub in the commentators while playing the game.
bro. I'm just saying, like, when it came down to it, when you play a sport you love, and this is something you want to play pro, you're that invested in the sport. If your coach, you don't care because you figure, well, the coach knows what's right. So, especially at that age, you're figuring, all right, well, clearly the consequences aren't going to be that bad if we get caught because the coach is telling me to go in.
What about this scenario? To piggyback on what Kevin said, what if this guy's an egotistical millionaire narcissist and if the kid would have said, "You know what, coach, this don't feel right. It's one game." What if that coach out of spite, because he's the what's it called, the brains behind the operations. He's the one that planned this. What if he goes, "Oh, you don't want to play for me? What if I bench you for the entire season? Or what if I drop
That
you?"
wouldn't happen though. That wouldn't happen because
There's people
if he
that are
was
egotistical like
if he
that.
was willing to lose, to gamble, losing a whole season to play this kid for one game, clearly he's not about to bench him for a whole season if he decides not to play the first one.
So you
And
think he
that's
wouldn't
He'd
take
rather
over-
be 7-1 than lose the whole season if the kid is that detrimental.
But
that
that's why I
detrimental to
say
the
I
team.
put 1% on the kid, because the kid could.
No.
This
No,
is
but
not
look-
one of those old commercials
No.
No.
What
that
I'm
you
saying
used to
is,
see.
I don't agree
with
with
the
you
kid.
there,
Remember the
bro.
basketball commercial with the
agree with
kid who was like, "I was out of bounds, coach. It was me." That's not real.
That's not
but
in real life.
Here's my
Damn, you
trick
took
to
it
that.
back. You took
It's
it
not
back.
real.
You
In
took
the
it back.
age of everything is being recorded, had the coach say, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna play you," You could easily throw it right back at him. Hey, coach.
You
Hey,
can't.
yes, you can.
No,
You
you
can easily
know
say,
why?
hey, they forced
You know
me
why?
to play.
I'm telling you
I
right
didn't
now.
want to.
In a
Here's
high
your proof.
in a high
He
school
will
locker
get
room, you're not
suspended.
thinking to record your coach for nothing.
No, they can record the games themselves. There's video footage of every game.
Okay, but you're talking about recording the coach, throwing it
No,
back
just
in his
recording the
face.
game. You can
Dwayne,
see,
I-
hey, these are my
Dwayne,
stats.
the kid should not be held any type of
No,
responsibility.
Yeah, I
saying
just
be
don't agree with that
responsible.
part.
I'm just saying.
Not even 1% of
No.
blame. He deserves 0% of blame. It's not like he went to the coach and said, "Yo, put me in."
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, and if
The coach decided the team needed him.
if he's that good, I'm pretty sure he loves this shit.
Of course he loves it, but
You
that don't
think he's
mean
gonna
you
say
can't
no?
just, Oh, I don't feel good.
He
today, coach. I
has
won't
no
play.
power.
You could have said, "Oh, I don't feel good today, coach. I'm sick. I can't play."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, wait, no.
Really?
No, it's not. I'm not giving
Yeah.
that kid no blame. I've seen firsthand how high school sports operate.
There's a whole
Maybe that's why.
documentary.
Maybe because I haven't seen that side, so I
Like I've seen it firsthand how it operated because I
Bro,
was a
these kids
kid.
are getting exploited, bro.
Nah.
and that's exactly
Yo, the coach, it's not about the player, it's about the coach. The coach probably wanted to
no,
make it
it's
to the
totally about
next
the
level.
coach.
I'm thinking his goal was to go to the next level and do NCAA, right?
Oh, of course.
So getting this kid to, you just came off of a championship. You go two back-to-back.
Can you
state
do
championships.
NCAA in high school?
No.
You can go from
Coaches
high school to
go
college
from high
if you-
school.
I mean, high school.
Coaches go from high school sports. Like the top high school coaches normally end up getting gigs.
At
That's how you climb. You
NCAA.
go from high school. You
To
go. A lot of them
NCAA.
go from Pop Warner, then they go to school, then they go to high school, then they go up to college, and then they start off as assistant coaches in colleges. Then they get really good under like some dope coach if you're lucky, and then from there they go on to getting their own school to coach. Right after either that guy retires or another, he goes to a winning.
There's a
program.
lot. There's a lot of that.
It's like it's a hierarchy for the most part. So these kids are a lot of times you see high school coaches going ham is because their goal is to get from this high school level to the next.
at whatever course.
Yeah, so the kids are just a pawn in that whole thing. So I don't hold the kid responsible, or I don't.
me
Put
neither. I don't-
even
that's the
1%
only
blame
part I
on it.
don't agree with
because
you
I've
there.
seen how it is.
Yeah. I don't agree
Maybe
with
because
you.
I haven't seen how it is.
We don't even know what the conversation was like. You don't even know if he initially disagreed, and then the coach was like, "Yo, trust me, I got it all figured out. Nothing's gonna happen."
Or maybe
Or made promises to him.
or maybe said, you know what? Now another. Can we look at it? Maybe he did not. I'm gonna take it back. The coach maybe threatened him. Maybe he got on the kid on like this. Is, coach are motivational speakers too. So they're like, this is what you want, right? Or we cannot let them stop us. You got to do this for the team, for the school. He maybe got on his ear that
He
way.
ain't got to do all of that. You don't
gotta
understand
do
the power high school coaches have over prospect
they totally
great
do.
athletes.
They totally
They have a lot of the times like dudes are more cool with their coaches than they are with family members.
With,
at
yeah,
times.
no,
So it's
yeah,
like,
with certain parents, yeah,
you
yeah.
can't- I've seen it. I've
You're right
seen
on
it
that.
firsthand. Like
Yeah.
coaches will look, especially coaches, they'll look out for students.
You're right.
More than teachers will. I've seen sometimes where kids weren't even supposed to be playing because of grades, and coaches went and spoke to the teachers to get them a second chance to retake a test or something like that. Coaches be looking out for their players because their players is what makes them
Makes
as
them-
successful
Right.
in the end. So there's too many what ifs or too many things. But I know firsthand, seeing how high school sports go down, I cannot put no blame on. Even then he's still a kid. You're doing mad impulsive crap as a kid, so your brain's not even developed all the way to be like,
Bro,
Yeah,
No,
you're right.
bro.
if this was college,
You're right.
Bro.
if this
Yeah,
was college, then I'd have been
you're
like, nah, this was
You're
he was
right,
he
you're
was
right.
completely with this.
No.
He probably even went to the coach and tried to sell him the idea anyway.
Right, you're right.
High school, you're doing a bunch of stupidness as it is.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking. You thinking.
We think we know what we're doing in high school.
If the coach is with it, then I'm with it. Like I clearly there's something he knows I don't know. You're not even gonna think about it. You trust the coach. Boom, you going in. Especially when you the star athlete. The star athletes have a relationship with coaches that nobody will understand.
You're right.
That's why I don't think it's him. I think it's completely the coach all the way exploiting the kid now. Like now you possibly done messed up your whole future with this stupidness. Would I have sat out? Hell yeah. I'm afraid of what my mom gonna do to me if I get caught doing some crap like that.
But he could have transferred to another school because he was, as it says, he's
It's
only
hard.
a
It's
junior.
hard to do that.
Oh,
this
it is
season.
hard to do that. But
Junior
he has
year-
another year.
Nah, junior
Jesus.
year. Junior year is the year you get the scouts.
Now
That's that's how high school sports.
now
work.
my
So
thing is
junior year is your last year because by the time you hit junior year, you're supposed to be filling out a lot of paperwork for scholarships,
Facts,
and all
yeah.
that other
Yeah.
stuff.
in colleges. Okay,
All
okay,
that
makes
stuff.
sense. Oh, okay,
You're supposed
I didn't
to
know they
fill
were the
out,
same. Okay.
So that's why you hear towards the end of their senior year. Normally it's like the middle of the season, whatever. You figure out who they're gonna commit to.
Okay.
All your offers come in junior year, 9
Okay,
times out of
but
10. That's
now-
when you have to fill out your college applications, scholarship applications, paperwork. All that stuff needs to be filled out the year before you graduate.
my
Right.
thing is
So that's why.
So that way you get accepted the year you graduate.
So
But now-
by the time graduation comes around, you already worked out where you're gonna go or where you're possibly gonna accept to.
my thing
you have to
is
make the offer.
how is this scandal, whatever we want to call it, is going to affect this kid's chances now to get in a good college program?
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna affect it too bad. I mean,
Oh, sometimes coaches when
There's
they
way
want a
too-
really
there's way
good
too many
player, they don't
schools.
really care.
There's way too many schools. There's way too many.
okay, if he was that good, I think he was gonna get it.
he was gonna get something anyway.
regardless.
Yeah.
It just may
But-
knock out his Division One.
Chance.
He might drop from a 5-star recruit if he was a 5-star to
maybe-
maybe like a 3.
Right.
Can you
And then-
still get in a Division One
There's
school?
over like 50, there's a chance. It's not that high.
Yeah, if your skill is good and your grades are good enough, he can get into a school.
Yeah.
But it's not who's gonna want to touch him.
But it's not.
Because college sports is more than just he's good. It's politics, it's image, it's
It's
funding.
it's almost the NFL.
it's
No,
worse
it's worse.
than the NFL.
It's
What
worse.
we talking
Wow.
about?
The NCAA is
What
like
you talking
the
about?
Yeah, we
biggest-
got to talk
Players
about.
get screwed over in
Next time,
NCAA. They way
next
more than
time
they
we
do
got to
in
talk about like
in
these kids
NFL.
not making money out of their likeness in another episode.
Actually, that's changing.
Only,
I heard,
only for
yeah.
California right
Yeah,
now.
but it's changing. It's
Yeah,
changing.
yeah.
If California starts, they're one of the big school states anyway. If they start, is gonna eventually.
Eventually,
get there.
we got
Because
to discuss
in
that in
California,
the
players are
in the
now allowed
podcast.
to make money off of their likeness
Yeah,
as players. Yeah, it'll be fine
yeah.
for like the next couple now when we switch over.
Okay.
But
I think this is, I don't know, man. Sometimes that desire, that competitive, that desire to win can make you do things.
It can.
But honestly, I think maybe them getting suspended or getting fined was the better. But everybody getting fired and the entire thing
No,
getting
you
canceled.
have to. You have to.
Or else you're leaving in a link from that, which will haunt your school for the rest of the
Oh, I
Do
get
you
it.
understand how like sports in America from school sports
Especially, and what was this from?
from high school?
high school.
No, but what state?
Missouri.
Oh no, that's big over
It's
there.
not even that. It's high school sports, period. Because at the end of the day, when you have a good sports program, you just won the championship, you want to remove all links to any kind of scandals that happen. That's what happened where a lot of schools where they felt like, there was boosters here. They scrap your whole program. In NCAA, they will tell you you're not allowed to compete for like 2 years. They'll go back and rip. In some cases, they went back and ripped away championships.
Yeah,
that they had.
in Penn State. In Penn State with
In
that whole,
They've done it to
Michigan,
USC.
right?
Huh?
Michigan, they did that too, didn't they?
I don't know. They
With
did
with
too.
Jalen Rose and them,
they
the
took
Michigan 5.
everything
They didn't
away
win
from
a
Penn
championship.
State.
Huh?
They didn't win a championship.
No, they took banners back. I think was it them? I think it's them. They
don't
ripped
know
out
if it was
banners.
Bro, they
Some
took
crap because they said
they
what's his
took
name
medals,
got,
trophies, everything away from Penn State.
Yeah,
They
but like,
didn't.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
but
Like,
that's for a different.
Yeah, no, I know that's a different.
Yeah.
no, but still, like whenever
They
any
took
type of scandal happens, that's what they
Everything
do.
off, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you, these
Even
school
the
sports,
third place medal got taken
school
off.
sports. If you could charge money for like high school sports on up, they would make more money to
When
me
college
than
coaches
NBA
are
and
going to visit these kids, that's like a job interview for them because they have to get the best kids. So, like for example, when Alabama comes around, when these dudes need to get the top wide receiver, top running back, they're showing up in full suit, not just in regular. Regular.
and if they really want you, they sending the coach out there
himself.
and he not going with no suit. He going with the full coach gear. So like when you see,
So you
him,
get
like,
excited.
and if he
You
has
get
rings,
pumped.
best believe he
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
a Phil Jackson.
I'm telling you,
Oh
son.
no, yeah.
This is a big
complex,
business, bro.
it's a complex world, man.
It ain't complex. It's easy, man. There's a bunch of sharks feeding on piranhas.
On that
Dropping
note,
knowledge in the Loose
go
Change
ahead.
podcast.
on that note, coming up, is it okay to take your boy's baby mama for your own?
Oh well, it's not. I will explain coming up. Give us a second.
All right, so we back.
We're back, people. Happy to be back. So, gentlemen, let's jump right in. So, the topic that I brought you today is not basically taking your boys' baby mamas. It was actually inspired by, we're not very pop culture people, mainstream media people, but this little case. This case going on between. I'm trying to be low key about it.
I'll be watching Love and Hip Hop once in a while. I need my ratchet TV.
So I haven't seen that joint in like years.
So
I'm more Black and Crew now.
If you guys remember, Chicago one.
All three.
The Chicago one is the craziest.
Well, only Chicago and New York. I don't really care for the LA one.
All right. Anyways, let's not get off topic. So as some of you, our viewers might know or don't know, two rappers, well, entertainers. One called. Well, two former members of the boy band called Beat 2K, Fizz and Omarion.
Time out. Can you tell me what Fizz did? I don't remember Fizz.
I don't remember him doing anything.
I always felt like he was in the background, not even singing.
Is he the light skin one?
Yeah.
They're all light skinned. There was only one dark skin.
There's two
one.
dark skins and two light skins.
Who dark skin?
The other one. Rasby is light skinned.
I'll tell you right now.
No.
Omarion is black.
Wasn't Rasby the one that got
no, Rasby was the one that was suspected to be a little
molested, right?
Yeah.
No, the other one. It wasn't Rasby. I
know
you're thinking about Rasby.
Lil
the
Fizz
dark
was the rapper one that everybody liked.
Rasby's the dark. No, it's not Rasby.
No. Sorry. Lil Fizz was the rapper one everybody liked.
Yeah.
Rasby was the one who had the beef with Marquez Houston.
Yeah.
Right, but the dark skin one with the
dark skin one was
hair.
J Book.
J Book. That's what you're talking. That's what I'm
Anyways,
saying. Rasby was
but we're gonna focus today on Lil Fizz.
One that looked like a bulldog. Anyway, go ahead.
Lil Fizz. Anyways,
I don't remember. Look at his face. He look like a bulldog, son. He just got the. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyways, so there's a situation going on between Omar. Well, not Omarion, because Omarion's not really. Omarion's out here living his best life somewhere in Asia, dancing, doing his thing, going to the safari, but. Fizz and Omarion been boys because I did my research. Omarion joined the group in 2000. It was actually 3, and Omarion was the 4th member, right?
Oh, so he was the last one to join.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they added him as a record label decision.
Yeah.
I think a business decision.
Because without him, they weren't going to go nowhere.
And I've been a supporter of Omarion's career. I'm an R&B guy, and look, man, let me tell you something. I don't think they were business. It was just because sometimes you can be in a group with somebody and you don't rock with them at all. But there was many times at the Breakfast Club where Omarion would say, "That's my bro. He's family." So that no longer we don't.
That don't mean nothing though.
No. Hold on. Let me get there because I want to just give people some feedback, some background, right? So to Omarion, that's his boy, right? He was my bro. Always like when people made fun of Fizz for being bro, he was like, "Nah, dude got his bread." He, never talk down on him, right?
But Fizz said that's not his bro though.
But yeah, I'll get to that. Let me get to that. And then all of a sudden, it just took everybody by surprise. Where Fizz, who has this 20-year-long friendship with Omarion, all of a sudden hooks up with his baby mom's. His mother was 2 children.
Omarion hooks up with.
No, Fizz. So they've been to the family gatherings together. Fizz has babysit the kids. So whatever, they started dating. Now, based on that, my question to you fellas is, how will you feel, regardless if you had a fallout with one of your day ones or the ones for the past 20 years that y'all been boys, been through shit up and down. How will you feel about that? As being completely honest. Number 2, in my book, it's a violation. I don't know about you guys. Do you deem it disrespectful? Or number 3, since you and your baby moms are completely over, there's nothing wrong. She's a grown woman. You're a grown man. She can go ahead and date who she wants to date. But do you think as boys or somebody you've been close with for such a long time, there should be some sort of boundaries of codes that can never ever be crossed? You guys take the floor.
That's way too much of a problem for me to want to even try to dive into. I couldn't do it. Because one, especially if we were boys, and I've always seen you with this girl, how am I supposed to be looking at this girl the same way and then not have my boy thinking, he really with her like that? And how can I be just thinking, oh yeah, this is all good. I ain't worried about it. And then every time I see this dude, I gotta be thinking, yo, do I have to fight? Do I have to like brace myself for something to possibly happen?
You guys been on vacations together. You guys been on Christmas. Y'all been like treating each other like
but
family.
they're not boys. Like,
Yeah, that's it. But even still, even if it's somebody I've known for that long, even if I've faked to be friends with this dude
for 20 years,
I've known him, know this to be his girl, and we've actually talked and like to both of them. Still, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. That don't mean there's a whole bunch of people in the world. Who
no,
can do
I'm
it.
saying, yeah.
But
I learned that.
I
in
myself, I
college.
couldn't do that.
I learned that in college.
Will you punch him in the face?
I'm not fighting over.
I'm not fighting over nothing that ain't mine.
Hold on.
Yeah, when you okay, I'm arrogant to some degree, okay, and I'm so arrogant that at the end of the day, if Shorty cheats on me with this dude, I'm not mad at this dude. I'm not mad at her. If I'd be mad at her for doing that, but I'm not gonna be mad at this nigga because at the end of the day, she gotta make the choice. It's her decision. But I'm not fighting no dude over no chick.
To whoever been watching the podcast since day one, you know, it's a lot of like joking between me and this man, but I consider him to be one of my bros. If I ever make that mistake of getting married, he'll be my best man. But let me tell you something, bro. You was almost, let's suppose in a hypothetical way, I ever find out like, yo, Kev doing this with your former baby moms, Kevin, I love you, know, but if I see you as my brother this whole time, just me, I'm gonna find you and we're gonna fight.
Nah, you can't.
Because that's disrespect.
I'm not fighting you.
That I don't think you can fight
You
him.
gotta get mad at Shorty.
Yeah.
Why you mad at me?
In most cases,
But we've been boys though. You and I been like bros for real.
Check it out.
Oh, at least on my end, I thought you was Brody.
check this out. What if you then tried to fight him and he happens to tell you, yo, your girl was the one who came up to me? You
Even
still
if-
gonna fight him?
Because some niggas operate under the code. If your baby moms throw it at me, I'm allowed to hit it.
No,
I don't
I don't operate by that.
I'm not saying
No,
that.
but
you
we
do.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to you.
Some
Don't
dudes,
get mad at me. Get mad at her.
It's just like this. If I happen to do like this and he happens to catch the ball and dunk it, what that
Do
means?
you get mad at the nigga who robbed the bank that you got your money at, or you get mad at the bank for not having better security?
of course, at the bank, but this is that's
Okay,
how I'm
that's the
same
same
analogy.
thing,
no,
bro.
man.
Nah.
Because I'm the
Because
robber.
I'm
I'm
looking
coming
at-
to your bank to take what's yours,
All right.
right? She's all like she just let me have it.
Nah, man. I don't. I run a different moral code.
No,
But I don't- I
I'm
don't
playing
get
devil's
down.
advocate right now.
I know you are. I know you are.
Because
But I don't.
If it's
There
my
are
boy,
some
my
side
boy-
me-
See, but here's the thing.
Dudes that do that.
Here's the thing. You can't operate with the same anger as it, because you're operating with the same anger as if you walked in while y'all was together and I was digging her down. But in this situation, they're in the middle. Their divorce is about to be signed. Were they even?
No,
married?
no, they were just
No,
They were just
no,
together, right?
Yeah, just together.
Their breakup
kids.
was official for a minute.
Yeah.
And in that time, since y'all been broken up, is when he started messing with her, right? Here's my thing now. The only thing that would make me, if we're still boys at the time, you decide, like if we break up and I got to find out through everything else that you dealing with my ex that I got a kid with that I was serious with. Now only thing is I'm going to start questioning, you've been looking at my shorty this way the whole time we was together.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to be on some like, I'm going to fight you next time I see you.
Bro,
I'm not
I
about to be out
feel
here
like
looking like
even
no
if you
punk
was to
fighting
have
over
a
no chick
like
that's
if
over
you,
with.
but even if we were to have a fallout out of respect, I would have said me in my case, yo, I understand me and Du not rocking right now, but me and Du made money together, tour the world together.
You sound like a sucker right now.
That's bro, and I'm not doing that. No, that's respect, bro.
As your boy,
How is that a
you
sucker?
sound like a sucker right now. You know why? Because you broke up with her.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Once you break up with somebody, we got kids together. Okay, cool. We broke up. All right. It might sting a little bit, but I'm not gonna sit here and act all like, now I'm about to fight this nigga because he messing with my baby moms. Blah
That's
blah blah.
no, bro. That's no respect, bro.
How,
You're still,
but I don't care. If I broke up with you, why do I care?
So you saying, hold on. So
all right,
you saying,
look. I'm gonna break it real simple. This is
You can't even use kid as an example.
No, I
because
would
we're-
never.
No, because
I would never.
We're married with a kid. They just had a kid and we're together.
I'll make it real simple. This is my cup. Me and this cup have been in love for the last 15 minutes, drinking all the juice in this cup.
Cup.
I'm just saying it's your cup. I'm just saying
It's my cup. So you using my cup?
This is my cup.
I was doing that on purpose the whole topic.
15 minutes. I love this cup.
But you see how I didn't care when he was just using my cup, though? That's how you're supposed to treat it. But
So
ahead,
check.
go ahead.
This is my cup for the last 15 minutes. If I happen to walk away to go use the bathroom, and now you took my cup, and I realize that's my cup, am I supposed to fight you, or am I supposed to just throw the cup out in the garbage?
You didn't have 2 kids with this cup.
Ooh. I would hope not.
You did not. You did not babysit the cups.
Nah, see, now you going too far into
See,
it.
you're
You're thinking way too far.
You know what?
I'm thinking
if you're Fizz, no, if you're Omarion, you're in your head, you're still in love with April.
No,
That's
it's
how you
not.
operating.
That's exactly how you
No,
operate.
it's more about like you want to disrespect me.
If I break up, ask this guy, if I break up with you, amnesia. Unless we were friends before we started dating and the breakup was amicable, I don't care. You don't exist anymore. There's no need for me to care who you deal. The only thing I gotta worry about is who's around my kids. If me and you have been friends before that, friends, and you've been around my kids as it is already. I'm not about to stress that. It's not like I'm like, oh, nah. The most I can say is, yo, I'd rather now you kind of keep him away from my kids. That's the most I would say. But I'm not about to be here fighting no next dude for my ex.
It's not about her. It's about the respect to you as friends,
Bro.
as boys. You don't owe me some
That's
respect.
why you're like a sucker, because you operating under freaking childish ass playground rules.
And
no,
the other
I'm
thing-
not on respect.
No, but
See,
here's the
but
other
that's the
thing.
thing.
You're still thinking. You're totally skipping.
I don't
the
care
whole-
about the ex.
No,
It's
no,
just the
but that's
respect.
You're not
problem.
worried
You
about
need to.
just the respect for you. You're worried about how everybody else is going around.
Not even. It's
that's what it's
it's
driven
no,
by.
bro.
Because
It's called.
if you didn't
It's a
care,
thing called loyalty.
if
Do
you
you
did-
understand the concept?
but
look,
you're not. That's what you're not understanding.
You're looking at loyalty.
They're
on one
not
side.
friends. This is on record saying the only friend I ever had in this group was J Boog.
Now you're saying that?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
But he,
but it's
in
a
many
one-
interviews, he been saying that's my brother.
Who's been saying that?
Fizz. I can pull up interviews from the
he
past.
recently. I watch Love and Hip Hop every now and then, and because I definitely caught that when he said, "Yo," he said it to Ray J. He was like, "Yo, this dude right here," pointing at J Boog. He was like, "That's my friend." He was like, "Oh, Fizz sounded like he was making mad excuses. Don't get me wrong. Fizz is trying to paint the picture that they weren't friends, so everybody's okay with it. All right, but my thing is, if that's the case, like." When you're at that point, like you said, you see how Marion's dealing with it? He don't care. He moving about his life. That's how you're supposed to deal with it.
No, he's a champ. He deserves an award. He over here
No, he doesn't deserve an
dancing
award.
in,
You know why?
in the safari
You know
doing his
why?
thing.
You know why he doesn't deserve an award? Without him, there's no B2K reunion tour.
No, Omarion was the most important one.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
that's what I'm
Omarion, Omarion doesn't need them.
See, but that's what I'm trying to say to you. If you are at a point where you just like, yo, like your head is on right, you don't care. Like for me personally, I'm not about to waste my time with that. I broke up with her for a reason.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and deal with her, good luck to you. Clearly, there's something there that I couldn't deal with. If you want to go ahead and deal with that, go ahead.
And-
Just whatever you do, don't neither one of y'all talk about me in front of my kids. Don't disrespect my kids. Don't touch my kids.
Oh no, they be
Okay,
the
but that's
memes
my-
about my bro. He got. I respect it. He's a
Omarion
G.
could take anybody's woman he wants right now. Fizz is
Oh no.
picking up leftovers.
Oh no, right now he's getting that. He's getting what's it called? What's it called?
Sympathy.
The sympathy,
There's no sympathy.
like vagina. Those DMs
no
is like
sympathy
yo,
for Omarion.
yo. Those
He's
DMs
not
is like
getting
yo.
sympathy.
But yes,
I
he is.
know
He's
he's
still.
not.
I'm pretty sure he's still getting B2K. Da 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 da.
He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting
Bro,
sympathy.
I see in the
You know-
comments like, yo, you're the best.
You know why he's
Those
not
DMs
getting
want to say
sympathy?
like, yo, you're a real man. All of
I'm
this.
telling you right now, he's not getting no sympathy because nobody feels like he's at a loss right now.
But everybody feels he's been disrespected.
No, everybody feels like everybody's. If you notice, nobody's actually when they talk about it, they're not talking about Omari. They're just talking about Fizz's like messed up way. That's it. It's never really focused on Omarion. Everyone's literally focused on Fizz's side of the situation.
We're good, we're good.
So, good.
My question
Fizz's
is,
side of the
y'all don't
situation.
deem that whatsoever to a level. Maybe don't agree with me
Yeah, I've just you know
in
what it is?
the fighting, punching
I've
people
just-
in the face.
It's not that. I've just
But
dealt
you
with
don't
this.
deem this disrespectful at all.
Yo, at the end of the day, if somebody's disrespectful, just cut them. After you get to a certain age, there's no why am I fighting you? I'm a grown. Why is a grown man fighting another man for a woman? Unless that woman
It's
is
not
still-
for a woman.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
I see it as
Who-
me and Dwayne
how is-
been
how is
boys
he di- how
for
is he
20
disrespecting you?
years.
How is he disrespecting you?
Because I
He's
took your
dating.
woman, right?
They're ex-baby moms, bro.
It's a woman.
That's a woman.
You don't want to admit it,
They've been to their house, bro.
bro. You don't want to admit it, but it's over a woman.
Because remember,
I don't see it as over a woman. I see it like as
You
the
don't want
bond
to
that you and I
acknowledge.
had.
You don't want to acknowledge that at the root of this is over a woman.
No, look, I'm gonna put it.
Yes,
no,
it
no,
is.
watch.
It's ego. It's over a woman.
Because you said this. You said, "Oh, he was with the baby mom." It's not even about the woman. It's about the It's about the disrespect. There's no way the disrespect comes if it didn't have to do with the woman. And
No
the reason,
baby
and the
moms,
reason why
no
I
disrespect.
say, and the reason why I say you can't throw that out is because if she came on to him, you can be mad that they happened, but no matter what, you have to come back to the main reason why it happened in the first place. Because if she went to him first, it ain't his fault.
It's not even that. It's the fact that
It ain't his fault.
what's
If she
fueling your
goes-
anger is the fact that you done laid up with this woman. You done shared a bunch of crap with this woman. You done told her things that you ain't telling none of your boys with this woman. You had
two
sex with this
kids.
kid.
You had 2 kids with this
You had
woman.
you had sex and 2 kids with this woman. All of it goes back to the fact that it's about this. You don't want somebody close to you. That's your boy. All up with some chick.
No, honestly, it's not about that. It's about disrespect.
It's about the woman. It's only
Yo,
disrespect.
I want everybody in the comments, please.
She's not
drop
your
how you
property, bro.
feel.
Dude,
it's not about being property.
missing the
It's
main
I
common
keep
denominator.
saying it's not about the girl
So
itself.
if
it's about
without
disrespect.
the girl, if this nigga came, if you had a dog.
No,
No, because it's
analogies,
listen
bro. It's
to-
disrespectful.
No. Answer the question because it's all the same shit. If you're telling me the woman is not if it is not the cause for it to be considered disrespect, if you had a dog, right? The whole time you had a dog, you fell in love with the dog, the family got a dog, or whatever the case is. You leave the dog at your crib in LA for like 3 weeks, and then you decide I'm not moving back, and then I come and take your dog. And now you see me on social media with your dog and we getting likes. I'm taking your dog on family trips and all that. You gonna feel disrespected?
No,
Why? Because it's a dog.
and I didn't have 2 kids with the dog.
You keep bringing up the kids, but the common denominator is the woman.
All right.
You couldn't have the
dog,
kid, you couldn't
what if
have
the
the kids
dog
without
had
the woman.
puppies?
So
You
What if
couldn't
the dog,
have.
What if the dog had puppies?
man,
couldn't
I don't
have
know, man.
the kids
I
without
just
the
live by a
woman.
different moral ground, bro.
You can't have the kids without the woman.
I want everybody. Look, everybody in the comments, please tell us how you feel. How will you go about
spam
this situation?
sucker if you think he behaving like a sucker right now.
I wouldn't say. Maybe I overdid it with punching in the face or whatever. But
Right,
please,
I know him.
but please,
I know him. He's actually gonna want to swing. Like Ronnie.
But please,
Ronnie's
drop it in the
Ronnie's
comments.
about to be 30 in what? 2 years?
You too.
I know that, but I'm not the one over here talking about I'm about to start swinging on nobody.
Yo, you've been through all my past relationships in 10 years. You never see me retaliate. I just feel like
There was
But
never
you know
a
what?
nigga involved.
Hold on. Hold on.
In college?
It was.
Oh, hold on, but was that your boy?
Oh no,
You got mad at her though.
No.
You didn't get mad at her?
We're not talking about that.
I'm not saying no names.
I'm
not saying no names.
No, but look, you know what that just proved? Had this particular situation happened, he would swing.
Wait, what?
If this particular situation would have happened to you, you would swing.
He
If
already
is
said
this
he was
man
gonna
doing
meet
this to me? If it's Kevin,
You're right,
hold
he
on.
did say
If
that.
it's Kevin or Gerald doing that to me, I'm finding Kevin and Gerald and be like, "Yo, what's good with you?" I admit that.
But you're not gonna have a conversation with the girl at all?
Oh no. Look, he's a
Because the way you making
There's
this
no
whole
need to have
conversation
any
sound, you sound like you're
conversation.
totally just wiping her out.
Yo,
the
to be honest with you, the only conversation, if there are kids involved, that you need to have is like, yo, whatever y'all do not disrespect me, talk about me in any type of negative light around my kids. Okay? Treat my kids with respect, and we ain't gonna have no problems. That's it. Because at that point, if I broke up with her, my only concern is how you behave and how you treat my kids. Because if she's gonna continue to bring my kids around you, because then what happens in return? When I meet somebody, I'm not about to have that headache. There's no need to argue. If there are kids involved, all your focus should be is about the kids. I'm not fighting over something I threw in the garbage. I threw that relationship in the garbage for a reason.
we all have different opinions. Guys, please leave your thoughts in the comments.
Hashtag sucker if you think Ronnie's a sucker.
Coming up.
Do whatever you want in the comments.
Coming
Bring it
up
on.
next. Where's my respect at?
Let's get it.
All right. So there's no leading into mine. It just starts off with a simple question I'm gonna ask y'all, and then we're just gonna discuss it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is family exempt from being cut off? Like
Nah, you don't want me first.
All right, I go first then.
His family, except for cutting off.
All right, I go first then.
His family, except for cutting off. I just want to know because I feel like the common thing I've always heard is, it's your brother, it's your.
All right, I gotta get in.
Whatever,
Oh, I love this
You know what
one.
I'm saying? Like,
And to our viewers watching at home, hell to the no, right?
Hell no, meaning they should not be cut off.
no, they're not exempt.
They're not exempt.
Oh,
They're not exempt. I was I listen a lot to Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, and there was one part that he said, "There's no rule or contract that says that your brother's success or your own success must be your brother's success or your own sister's success. Even that matter, even parents, because some parents take advantage sometimes. You know, not saying all, because
They live through their kids' success. For
yeah,
their own.
they live through it. Because if I was to make it big tomorrow, the first person I'm gonna make sure is alright is my mom. But that's because I know my mom how she struggled for me, and no matter what I do, I will never be able to pay my mom. It's just that. But there are some, to use my mom as an example, there are some family members that are meant to be cut off from your life. My mom over there, and then many people who migrated over here to the U.S. from other places, you send money over there. But then you have that one brother or that one sister that swears you owe them something. That swear that you're here making all the money in the world and you should pay for their house because it's about to get taken by the bank. Sorry, family. Yeah, I'm throwing stuff out there, but it is what it is. You should do certain things for them that they should do for themselves. Like bro, I know those are my cousins and my mom's nieces and nephew, but it's your responsibility to feed your kids. You know, like there's people, your family members sometimes are your first haters. They're the ones betting against you, and they're the ones who sometimes hold you back or bring you down. Because I have an uncle, great guy, had all the money in the world, but certain family members that just helped to his demise. So yes, no, like it's okay to cut off family members. Yes, cut them off.
it is very possible to have people cut off in your family. I would know this because my older of kin, not in my generation, has cut off family members.
Oh, wow.
Like direct family members.
Is this your dad or your granddaddy?
No, like my grandfather. He's like legit cut people. And I've tried to ask why. It's like because they did something wrong to him, so he just cut people off.
Oh, wow.
So the petty didn't just start with me. It started generations
It started
ago.
generations before.
So I have great aunts and uncles. I have no idea who they are. I literally just found out on that side of the family, I have Caucasian. And my grandfather just happened to be the darkest one of all the family members. So I literally...
Clearly.
Shut up. So literally, there are family members walking around, not necessarily with my direct last name, but with my mother's maiden name. I have no idea who they are.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been something like, oh, you owe me $5, and like, I don't owe you $5. All right, that's it. It could be something as small as that. It could be something like he actually got done dirty. We will never know.
Oh, he never really went to details.
My grandfather's a very quiet person. My grandfather was the type, the most you ever got out of him was a hi and a bye.
Oh.
You could not walk into his house without saying hi, or his big, huge cane will either slap you in the leg and nearly break your leg, or
West
it'll
Indian.
block the doorway.
True West Indian.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, boy, you ain't gonna say good afternoon to me.
Yo, and
But
I
you
don't know
agree
how
that-
it is in like Hispanic households, but in a black especially West Indian households,
They don't play that.
you don't walk in somebody's house without saying goodnight. The first thing,
Yeah.
me and you ain't wake up on
That's very deep.
in the same bed.
That's deemed very even in
That's
DR.
that for everyone. I'm sorry, did we wake up in the same bed?
Yeah. In DR is the same. It's like if you was to come to a place, there's people are gathering, and you don't go, even if it's 30, then you don't go and say what up to everybody. Just
Oh, nah,
make
we
sure.
just-
Oh no,
gathering.
I give the loud.
Yeah,
Good
an
afternoon.
acknowledgement. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you walk in and just ignore everybody,
We're not
be like,
talking about gathering. We're talking about walking in the crib and your grandmother could be in her room and you don't even have to pass her room to go into your bed. If you don't walk into that room and say good night, yo,
Trust me, you will be the main event of the place if you don't walk in to say good afternoon. All eyes will be
oh
on you.
shit.
we're not talking about an event. You pop up
And
and
trust.
you know this is walking into my house at like
Hey.
3 in the afternoon.
Hey, you gotta say what up.
And
yo,
trust, if you sit down, guaranteed there's one thing you're going to hear.
That's what you know
The
about to
sucking of the
start.
teeth.
That's your fair warning.
Nothing in West Indian culture has ever started. Anything good has ever started with a yo.
The
It's
sucking of the
all
teeth
bad from
never
there.
starts with
It's
nothing.
all
always
bad.
downhill. Once you get that, it's a wrap for you. Me personally, I've always operated with the motto that you make family, you're not born into it. So like me and my brother fight all the time.
But I want you to say that again. You make
your family. You're not born into it. You have relatives. Like you're born into having relatives, but you decide who your family is.
what?
I think you decide who your family. Family is a word that what relatives like.
I get what
My
you
brother's my relative. My mom is my relative. My sister, yeah, all of that. But you can find family anywhere.
True.
Right? So like your family could be there are people who grew up. I'm not saying that's the case for me necessarily, but
Yeah.
there are people who've grown up, don't have no type of thing with their mom, their parents, their siblings, none of that. But they find family with a bunch of friends.
In my case.
So it's like that's my ideal. My mom is my family. My brothers and my sister are my family. Sisters and stuff is my family or whatever. But when it comes down to it, like I don't feel anybody is exempt from getting cut the hell off. That's just my personal opinion because at the end of the day, toxic people come in all forms in relations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And shapes all
So
that.
I'm not about to kill myself to keep no toxic ass people around me. It's not happening. I remember when I was younger, I used to always think like, oh, you have to, good friends stick around for everything.
No.
Not when you're toxic. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And as I got older, my friends circle has completely like shrank. And it's funny because if you ask me when I was like 17, who I'd be, what my friends would be, or who my friends would be at this age, I'd be surprised if I brought my 17-year-old self up here now. Because as I got older, I started to realize that you have to be selfish to take care of yourself. You can't like keep people around you that's not. I got tired of it because I've noticed in for myself in situations where like I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds mad like feminine. I'm not trying to be thing, but it sounds like
Toxic masculinity.
No, not toxic masculinity. It sounds like
I'm joking.
like how feminists would say you have to love yourself and stuff like that. Stop dealing with the toxic guys and whatnot.
Shout out
I
to all
had
the
to take
feminists.
a moment and be like, yo, like I'm not stressing myself anymore. And I think part of it is because of the level of responsibility I have now to a family and all that. I just felt like as soon as right before I think Kia gave birth to Kennedy, I literally ran out of malditos. I don't know how you say the
Bad guys?
nah, F's to give.
Oh.
I get it.
I ran out of that. There are people that like. I just felt like if I had to treat you like a relationship,
Yeah. It's too much.
You're doing
I
too
have
much.
no time.
We're doing too much. Yeah.
I have no time because at the end of the day, my relationship, especially if you know me, like me, I didn't. So like my mom and dad were married, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have no type of like relationship with my pops,
Okay.
and that's because he's a childish. Yeah, I'm about to berate him right now. He's a childish, immature, responsibility dodger, and my mom got tired of it, right? And I don't want to be that. My whole life mission is to be everything opposite of my pops.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, I used to be able to sing, right? But then my mom would tell me, "Oh, your dad can sing." I stopped singing. I'm not even joking.
That's funny because you did used to be in the
Yo,
choir.
like
you cut that real quick.
I used to be able to blow. Pause. Like I could sing, and then I was just like, my mom was like, "Oh, you know," she's always telling me that, and I got tired of it. I was like, I'm not singing. When I was a little kid,
He told me this
When I was
5 years ago. I didn't believe him.
when I was a little kid, like I used to sing like alto height. Like my vocals was crazy.
I'm just laughing because he said blow, then pause.
But like I stopped that, and then my dad's a minister. Oh, whatever. you want to call them by relation, is a minister of sorts, right? And when I was a kid, my mom said I used to always want to preach. As I got older, I was like, nah, not doing that. So like, because I made myself a promise not to be like that. So for me, I'm going to make sure that, you know, Kennedy is raised in a good environment. So that's my main priority over everything else. So if you think I'm about to sit here and treat you like me and you dating and we sleeping together and you some type of, no, nobody takes any priority. Yo,
or maybe
I was raised in a
put
household,
things into perspective once Kennedy was born.
No, things were always in perspective. I've always been like that. No. All right, I've never put anything over. Once I said, Kia, will you marry me? You can ask him. We've had talks. I made sure that I started to train myself as if we're already married, because you don't just say I do and then poof, everything is what you call
good
it,
and gravy,
right? So I have to treat her like she is my number one. I was raised in a house where my mom told me, once you get married, I come after your wife and your kid and your family.
She said that at the wedding, because I heard her say that at the wedding.
I remember, because I said to her when I was a kid, I was a teenager, I was like, yo, mom, you know, you have that, every kid from the block has had that conversation with their mom at some point where it's just like, mom, when I get on, I'm gonna take care of you, blah blah. I said to her, when I get married and I get money, I'm gonna take care of you. She was like, I'm not your responsibility, you know, at all, one. And two, I'm more or less never gonna be your responsibility. You're married, right? It's you and your wife.
She said that we were all there. She said that at the wedding.
She said, if we're both hanging off a cliff, you save your wife first, and then if you can afterwards, then you help me out. But that's it. And that's how I was raised. So like, once I got engaged, Kia was always, even before that, Kia was, because I knew my mom is the one that came to me. Like, I was thinking it, but I didn't talk to nobody, right? I may have mentioned it to Dwayne. That was about it. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. And then my mom was like, oh, so when you Kia get married, right? So my mom is the one that talked to me about it first. And even like once I decided, yo, I'm right, that was it. Like, Kia was already being treated that way.
Yeah.
So if anybody who knows me knows I'm not about to put nothing above my family. Right?
Yeah, but there's people, now that you said that, there's people that have this, I don't know how to say this.
This mentality?
Entitlement.
Entitlement, yeah.
Okay.
This entitlement that, yo, we go way back. And so you owe me something, or you know me. Some people hit you, yo, but you know me before. Some idiots will say, you know me before your wife, or you know me before her, or whoever. Like, we go way back.
Family members will hit you with that though.
Yeah, families too. But yo, I'm your brother. I mean, like.
But those are people who have their priorities mixed up, because they already had this mentality that you're doing this. Let me make sure I get on the train with you. That way, when I need something, you should be obliged to give me something, because I was with you from the jump. That's someone who's literally latching onto you, depending on you. That means you're now their parent. If they're not your actual child, you can drop them.
Yeah. They're leeches. They'll hold you back, man.
Bro, I'll even cut off my kids if necessary. Like, once you reach a certain age, if I feel like
some sort of
it's not even a responsibility. If we reach a certain age and you get way too out your face and disrespectful at some point, I always love you.
Yeah, but
you about to get this tough love like no other. I will cut you off. You will have no way to contact me. I always be, and that's the thing. I always be able to keep tabs on my kids to make sure everybody's good. Not like stalking tabs, but like, are they doing good? Is everything going on? Like, I'd always be that father, but I'm gonna have to send you through some tough times for you to understand, to show some respect and appreciate. But I don't think I'd have that problem, because you know it's all about how you raise your kids anyway. But the point in the fact is, if they're not your kids, and they're kids, and it's not your wife, right? Everybody can get it cut off. Sometimes, in some cases, not my case, and I know not in y'all cases, but parents can get cut off, siblings can get cut off. You know what I'm saying? And nobody. I don't think anybody is exempt from getting cut off, depending on the circumstances. That's just how I feel.
No, I believe that. I like, man, there's family members I have cut ties with, and the way I see it sometimes, it's not even about like, yo, I got resentment towards you. It's more like, yo, I love you. You're a cousin that I appreciate, but you're toxic. So I had to love your ass from afar. Like, ain't no hard feelings. When sometimes it's that. Sometimes y'all be like, yo, you gotta go.
Cut off don't mean no beef.
Yeah,
It just means, like,
sometimes
I just don't
people, you know what?
communicate with
Very manipulative people do. They go, they can violate your whole life, take advantage of you, and then you be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this for my own self and just get away from whoever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come back around. Oh, you holding grudges? To use that reverse psychology, it's like I have no hard feelings towards you. It's like you're not good for my life. We're not good for each other. It's just better to do your thing. You do your thing on that side, do my thing on this side. Everybody lives a happily ever after, but they feel like, oh, it's resentment. And they hit you with the, oh, you know how God feels, because I've been hit with that. Oh, you know how God feels about people who hold resentment and hatred towards to their family. I'm like, I don't even hate you. It's just I can't rock with you. That's all it is.
I don't respond to those because, like, I can tell you for sure, like, there are people in my family I just don't. And the thing about it is the way I grew up with, like, my cousins and crap, right? It's like it's almost like everybody, like, kind of like, you know, everybody, because our family used to stay in one state, everybody, and then this has happened. But for me, it's over time based on, like, things I've seen, because, like, I'll see things going on, and then I just decide, like, yeah, I'm just not banging with you like that. And then when they see you, it's just a bunch of fake smiles and, like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, this and the third. And that irks my skin. Anybody who knows me knows that irritates me. And my sneezing reaction to that is disrespect at all times.
Yeah.
Like, I'm petty.
That force, hey. Oh,
and then
when you come in to visit me, it's like, yo, I don't even rock with
not
you
even
like that.
It's just a fake smile with the ha ha blah blah trying to catch up. Yeah. And then I just go, nah, you don't. I know you don't care. Like, let's stop playing this game. And everybody looks at you
like you're the bad,
like you rude and you disrespectful.
And
then
you hold
I don't
resentment.
care.
And you hold resentment.
Right. But that's why I appreciate my family, like, from a wide majority so much, because I literally kind of shelter them in a sense. Like, I don't like bringing friends around my family, because once I bring friends around my family, they end up being family.
Yeah.
Perfect example, Kevin today. What you heard on the phone earlier with my cousin Brian.
That's my cousin, bro.
Yo,
Exactly.
you guys miss
That's my cousin.
one of the best roasting back and forth, like one of the best 5 minutes I haven't heard in a long time. They was just
Like, literally.
That's my cousin.
But that's how it is. It's not just him. Perfect example. Oh, we about to have story time. So I went on this date a couple years ago.
story time.
To Staten Island. Don't ask. Went to Staten Island for a date. The girl lived in Staten Island. We went to the mall. Long story short, hung out in the mall, dropped my keys in one of the chairs in the mall. Had no idea. Went to Cheesecake Factory. We had dinner. Time to leave. Can't find the keys. At this time, I didn't talk to Brian for about maybe a month or so. So I gave the girl fair warning. You're going to hear a lot of things you normally wouldn't hear from somebody that I haven't spoken to in about a month. So she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you'll see. So I had to call him. 'Cause I know life on the line. There's a few people I can call.
Yeah.
Rudo, Brian, couple people.
Yeah.
No, he, like, you don't understand. That's the, like, it once you're, like, adopted into his family, like, nobody can touch you. Like, nobody's allowed to touch you.
You're like,
No, like, you're, like, invincible to some degree.
because like the roasting then comes onto you. If they roast you, they like you. They talk to you like a normal person, they don't like you.
Yeah, like,
Oh, I like.
like Chrissy, no, like, when I'm talking about, like, life on the line,
Okay, we
like he there's one time I showed up to church. I'm sorry, but, like, I was mad and he knew something was wrong with me. Like, I'm talking about, like, I used to be at his house every Saturday night.
Yeah.
The whole weekend. Me and this guy after basketball games, we're like, yo, we sleeping over by Chrissy crib tonight. So, like, one day I showed up to church, I was pissed. It was after that crazy psycho chick tried to get me
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
So I was at church that Saturday. I was stressed. I was mad at somebody because I felt like they were being disloyal about the situation. So Chrissy sees my face, was like, yo, what happened? I was like, nothing. Because I'm not one to tell. Chrissy's the type of dude, once you tell him, just be prepared for the escalation of things to occur. But yeah, so Chrissy was like, yo, what's wrong? Chrissy's the type of dude, if you tell him something's wrong and there's beef, Chrissy's with all the craps.
Oh, he with the smoke.
Bro, yo.
I like that.
One time, it was me, Darren, Akeem, also all of them. Everybody from church. And this dude wanted beef, right? With us. And he was trying to fight Austin.
Yeah.
And he thought, high key, we was always protected. So He thought he was about to. He had his boys there, right? And they're gangsters, right? Guess who comes walking around the corner as soon as we come out? Chrissy and his homie Germs, right? As soon as they come around the corner and they see Chrissy and Germs, like, oh, y'all know Germs? Nah, we don't want no beef. We don't want no beef. We don't want beef. Chrissy knows some of the most unsavory characters in the world that are extremely loyal to this man.
Oh,
like Chrissy pulls mad.
that means they
weight.
respect. They respect
Because Chrissy pulls mad weight everywhere. But the thing about it is that like once I'm saying he looks after me like I'm like you would have thought I was born into the family.
Yeah.
And somebody's cousin versus like I was just best friends with Dwayne.
Yeah.
That's how his family operates.
Gotcha.
Like all of them operate like that. Like if I call
respect
Dwayne on a Life Line Matter, I know Dwayne is like doing that. They all like that. I just had to big out up real quick.
So now fast forward to the story. Keys lost in the mall. I had no idea it was actually picked up by a security guard before his shift.
And it's a girl.
So I'm like, yo, I'm about to call my cousin. It's gonna get crazy. So she's like, okay, call him. First thing he says, "You big loser. You only call me a month later." And I'm just like, and mind you, he's going in, not even knowing there's somebody else listening to the line. She's crying, and I'm just there like, I gotta eat this because yo, it's my fault. I ain't put no communication in. So he's like, let me guess, you need my help, and I was like,
yeah, this goes.
and then it was like, yeah, like, oh, you big loser, where you at? The worst thing, I'm like, Staten Island, whole nother set of yelling. I'm like, here we go. I'm like, look, there's another lady in the car. It's like, so it's two of you? Mind you, it's not like, oh, it gets easy.
Yeah.
So he comes through. He comes through with a full car.
Of course.
Of course. Somehow we managed to make it all work though. But it was like, no matter what, I'll help you, but you're going to get this curse out first. I need to get out of my blood.
Yeah.
Then we good.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Chrissy will drop it the second he starts cursing you out. He's already laughing while he's cursing you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sadly, I don't have.
But don't forget, he'll save some of the curse off when he sees you in person.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you getting
It's
double.
a part one and a part two.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always a part one, part two.
So, well, shit, at least you have a cousin. I don't really. The
It's
only
hard to find them
the
at
only
night, though.
cousins that I can call.
Shut up.
Always.
Oh, look, I got a picture of him.
Shut up.
The only cousin I can call.
Yo, cousin, don't take that.
Yo, Chrissy, I know you see this.
You know where he lives.
Self-portrait.
You know where he lives.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. Man. I
Picture
can't
of
wait to
Chrissy.
meet him.
You know where he lives.
It had to be in the daytime. It
But
might
go.
get lost.
Oh wow, yo, Chrissy, if you're hearing this, don't let this man come out
Dude.
your neck like that. Don't do
You know,
that.
you
You
sound
already
like
know where he lives.
Right, Chrissy right now. That's what you sound like. You sound like
Remember
you scared of
that.
Chrissy. Sound like you
Because I
scared.
will start roasting you right now. We can, you know.
You don't know. He's
We
going to get
can
ganged
do
up on it
this.
first time,
We
right?
can do this, and you know it. Anyways, but going back to the topic, at least you have a cousin you can call.
That's more than one. You got
Well, me, the only two cousins I can actually rely on, sadly, they live in another state, so it's not like I can call them. They come from another state.
And they got to use quarters to call them. Put minutes on their books.
I gotta use no quarters because we have unlimited data.
They got unlimited data in jail. I got
They
some
got
phones in jail.
unlimited data. You should know.
They serving pen.
You should
They
know. You used to
serving
put money in.
pen.
Let me not talk.
I used to put money where?
In commissary.
Yeah, you know how. Notice that's the only word he's been able to pronounce correctly this whole time we've been doing this
You don't
podcast.
shut up.
Commissary.
Yeah,
He's
my
used to
mic
that.
all messed up. Don't worry. We will have a all roasting episode. Don't worry. We can do this. But yeah, man. Sometimes you rely, and I have this conversation with my mom, so I'll be like, yo, honestly, if there's somebody in the table and I have to donate blood, I know it's streamed to one of my friends that are the closest one or one of my cousins, I'm picking my friends. I looked at my mom and told her straight to her face, oh, don't say that, because I'm like, no. Because why would I go around my way, out of my way for someone who even not willing to go to the corner for me, you know? And it's been to whoever my cousin's watching this, if you feel bad about it, probably is you. But there's been times where you need your family, right? So you think. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying, like, yo, I really need help right now. It's like, bro, I know you decline. I understand we all busy. I know how you get down. You decline the call, man. Like, and then it's always like, yo, Ron, my phone is this, or I need this. It's like, yo, we already shared this with the public. You know I have anxiety. You ever call to check up on me, ask if I'm doing okay, if I need something? Not that I need anything, but do you? Right. It's always like you got those family members that it's only about what can you do for me, and at the moment you're not providing anything or doing anything for them, you're not needed.
I mean, I'm personally close with most of my cousins, like Jeremy, Knox, Junior.
Thanks for the music, by the way, Jeremy. Shout out.
You know, but like the topic, it wasn't even necessarily spurred by my own family situation, but like I was just thinking about it because like I was paying attention to a situation where it was just like somebody was in a toxic situation with family members, and it was just like cut them off, and the excuse
it's
was
something people deal with.
It's my family though, and it's like they're not worth your stress, bro.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you're so detrimental to my mental health, I'm not about to sit there.
But think about it. We also raised
our mental wellness. I mean.
We also raised by our parents, and their parents were raised something like that. No matter what your brother and sister do, he can be a criminal. He can be this. That's your brother. That's your sister.
Nah.
That's you gotta. That's the mentality sometimes people follow. I don't follow that.
I don't care. Like unless you do, if you do something heinous worth me just being like, yo, I'm done with you. Then I'm done with you.
Because remember, you could be opening yourself up to an opportunity where that you can't come back from. Some of
the most grimy shit came by siblings being done to each other.
Yeah,
right. So like, perfect example. It could be like, yo, I am perpetually doing A, and I know A could get me locked up, killed, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just happen to drag along this other person,
they had none,
brother, cousin, whatever, and it'd be like your number one top dog. And you ended up getting them killed or put to jail or da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You just messed up that person's life because you essentially kind of kept on to that. You held on to that relationship for dear life.
Yeah.
And you knew it was toxic for you this whole time.
Oh, I got looked at like I was wild for not wanting to be around somebody toxic.
Again, it's the mentality sometimes that we, especially people from the islands, we're raised that families, everything, families. So family is important,
bullshit.
but this
we're verbally raised that way, and we see how as kids, we see how aunts and uncles getting on a whole different way.
Yeah,
when they ready. Oh, that's why your husband leave you.
Yes. Yeah. That's why
you're right.
That's why you're raising 3 kids by yourself. They be violating each other.
Yeah.
They be violating
families do the grimiest crap to each other. Yo. To be honest with you, it's the people you're closest with that can hurt. That are the only ones allowed to hurt you the most because that's the only people you care about. But me, like I was saying, I got to the point now as I got older. Once I started my family, it's just like nobody's exempt from getting cut the hell off. Like I don't care how long we've known each other.
Yeah.
If you've done something to make me question your integrity,
or
your
friendship,
if you're doing things where you feel like I'm supposed to devote my whole life to you,
that's more than the
and you're not reciprocating equally
the effort.
What goes into that friendship. I just checked. I did an inventory check. That's all I did. I sat down. I did an inventory check, and I was like, "Yo, I looked at all my relationships as investments. Which investment is not doing the same return as I'm putting my money into? If it didn't work out, I took my money out.
Yeah,
and then
it is what it is.
Look at me like I was crazy, but at the end of the day, I have my own things to work. All that energy, I'm not wasting it in something where I feel like I keep ending up in the same place over and over again. I'm not like as you get older. That's why your circles get smaller. You get less tolerant or tolerable for things that just like, okay, it was cool to deal with when I was younger, but now I'm a grown adult. I don't have time for that anymore.
And can I just say something to our viewers? I'm gonna look at the camera this time. To you watching this out there in the comments, watching it in your lunch hour or wherever it is that you're watching it from, there's no need to stay in a toxic relationship, friendship, family, I don't know, bond. Don't feel guilty. It's not your fault. Move on, flip the page, and go live your life.
Wait, where's my cup? Is this my cup?
Mm-hmm. This is your cup. Mine's is over there.
Yeah, man, I just felt like, it's about that time when everybody just stopped stop worrying about it. That's just my advice to everybody.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're in a situation where it's not an equal
Let it go.
transference of energy, drop it.
Let it go.
Because this false sense of I need to be loyal to this person, or
And
I
also,
need to hold on to this relative.
also sometimes because people are afraid, oh, I'm gonna be lonely forever. No, sometimes you remove toxic human beings out of your life, and then awesome people come into your life.
Everybody always has to have a self-assessment.
Yeah. You remove certain people from your life, and then probably the most awesome people is waiting for you to be friends with you. But right now, you're keeping this toxic energy around you. Nothing is gonna flourish. So
you gotta
that's
be
it for my
selfish
part.
to be happy.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Like it sounds very grimy, but you have to be selfish.
No,
to
that's
be
how it
happy.
is.
Like you have to sit down and be like, yo, what do I need to have around me versus
Making other people.
it's
Versus keep what I have and just try to grow from there.
Yeah.
like, bro.
Well, for me,
This nigga head snaps be getting me. It just and I don't get me upset. It just be getting. Like, I just be just looking at him like I just wanted to laugh.
Why
You know what make it
we
worse?
was having such a good
You know what make
topic.
it worse? His back. So when he turned like this, it looked like he got a stiff neck. I'm like, okay,
Cause you not can really.
big ass bald
Sure.
head. It's just
I can't. Right now, my back is
big-ass
messed
head.
up.
So he just
I have a messed up
he got
back.
mad excited. He just like, okay, that's enough for me.
Yo, guys, you see the bullying going on in here? This is bullying. This is cyberbullying.
I'm about to cut his mic off.
You could have.
All right, so thank you guys for definitely tuning in another week.
Ooh,
I had fun this week with these topics for real.
high key loving it.
I was lying. I really don't like seeing y'all every Sunday.
No cap.
I'm starting to feel like I'm on parole. I'm joking. Are you gonna tell them or am I? Dwayne and I will be getting married next year in October.
You need to watch your
All our
mouth.
subscribers.
Yo. I'm telling you right now, Shawnee's gonna fight you or kill you. One of the two.
I don't care.
Shawnee's gonna kill you.
I don't care.
She'll fight you.
I don't care. I'm taking kids on vacation.
Take who ki- you ain't, alright, you gonna find
I'll
out.
be the little fist
Wow.
to your April.
Yo.
And you could be
That's
April.
hilarious. You
Shanice
really
could
just
be
tied it-
Omarion.
Okay, you gonna find out. You gonna find out. Dude, you think it's a game. Shanice be the type to be like, you're mine forever. So she'll yo,
Yo, that boy, why you said it like that? Yo, we
Dude.
should play that Shanice rap as our new outro song.
oh my gosh. We gotta ask for permission first.
Who she signed to? We'll ask first.
We'll see. We'll see.
Nah,
we'll see.
but sorry, another long outro. But I have fun. Nah, I just want everybody to talk so I can start talking over it.
I was like, wait, somebody gonna say something?
Don't forget to, we're encouraging more engagement in the comment section. We definitely want you guys to like, dislike, subscribe, comment negative things if you feel like it. Hit the notification bell.
Feel free to share with your friends and family on your Facebooks and Instagrams. And whatnot.
Definitely. If you want us to talk about stuff, start dropping that stuff in the comments. We want to start talking about things you guys want to hear about. We're not trying to be up here being selfish the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to say thank you to you guys for tuning in another week. We'll see you guys again next week. And all right, crossing guard.
Thank God Halloween is over. I ain't gotta worry about my house being there.
Yeah, I don't deal with no Obia stuff.
I don't deal with none of that. Yo.
Sure. No.
Yo, honestly, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and That's the only thing I care.
Yeah, because you're a fat ass nerd. That's why.
Somebody already decorated her Christmas tree.
Who?
Who else? No, you crazy? Yes. She's out of her mind.
She's one of those people?
Yes.
I can't go to your wedding.
She be talking about Christmas from summer.
I could see her having a favorite Christmas song. Like, it's only 6 more months till Christmas.
Bro, she's so ready for Christmas. She's singing the wrong words. Have a merry, jolly Christmas. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, okay. Shanice, you need Jesus. All right, guys. So we see you next week on the Loose Change Podcast. See y'all later.
We out.
Peace.